Okay, this is a book review of my book here, The Medical Reformation by Gregory Sloop. Gregory Sloop is the best atherosclerosis researcher in the world. He deserves a Nobel Prize for his atherosclerosis research. He is the pioneer of athero-thrombosis theory. Here is his book, Blood Viscosity, its role in cardiovascular physiology and hematology. And I'm posting this video because he wrote a review. Here's what he said. This is his email. I'm not going to give you his email. You can contact him if you want, figure it out on your own. But he said, Pete, I wrote a review of your book on Amazon, but Amazon refuses to publish it. I submitted it at least twice. Maybe he screwed up in submitting it. I don't know what happened. Maybe there was some AI code word or something he used. I don't know. But for some reason, he said he wasn't able to post it on Amazon. Maybe they don't want the pros finding out about my book. I suspect that's it, but I really don't know. Nobody knows. Okay, anyways, let's take a look at what he wrote here. It's really short. Okay, I gotta get this thing to move. All right, he said, the title, A Tasty Buffet. Dr. Rogers' book is a scrumptious buffet filled with so many delicious chapters, it's difficult knowing where to start reading because I found so many chapters of interest. Dr. Rogers has a unique ability to assimilate an astonishing fund of knowledge and synthesize it to form a new approach to health and disease. The many full-color reproductions of great art were an unexpected treat, too. Okay, and he had told me before that out of everybody in the whole world that he's ever met in his life, I have the most comprehensive understanding of pathophysiology and the most accurate understanding of it. And so, I don't get a lot of support. You have to remember, some of these other channels, books, authors, and people, they are part of something big. They've got sponsors. They've got food companies, okay? They'll write a book. It'll be an immediate bestseller. It'll have 1,000 reviews. I get hardly any reviews on my book. I get, 1 to, at the most, maybe 10 or something, okay? Actually, if you want to help this book, please write a review. Like if you watch these videos, I'm basically going through the book chapter by chapter. I'm on chapter 10 right now, and I'm going to go through the whole thing. I would appreciate it. And that's the other thing, too, is the fact, unless I come from lousy ethnic groups, the Irish think they're Americans. They've been the slaves of the British for 1,000 years, and just because they get St. Patrick's Day doesn't mean they've got any support. They're very unsupported. They're unrealistic to think that they're Americans because America's trying to depopulate them, okay? And then the other group, I'm half Puerto Rican from my mother's side. The Puerto Ricans don't care too much about these academics, even though my Puerto Rican family is real smart. Most Americans think Puerto Ricans are crazy people who wave their flags out their car one day a year and beep their horns. They're annoying. So they don't know them, okay? My family in Puerto Rico is great. But what I'm trying to say is I'm totally unsupported guy. I got no sponsors, no connections, no help at all. But I know that's, and paradoxically, that ends up being an advantage. I don't have to lie. I don't have to BS. I don't have to kiss anybody's ass. I can just tell you the truth. And I know when I read these papers, I understand them as well or better than anybody in the world. I actually think I understand all the stuff about the brain and atherosclerosis better than anyone else in the world. So that's an advantage, okay? So even though my life is real boring outside of this, I enjoy all this stuff. I wish I could do it full time. If I had a sponsor, I could do it full time. But then they might corrupt me too, so I'd be screwed either way. Anyways, I was happy about this for what it's worth.